And welcome back to Alumni Stadium for our third game here of Friday Night Lights between the Centennial Spartans and the St. James Lions. This one, we are looking forward to it all day, as our feature matchup should be two of the more evenly matched teams. Should be a good one here today.
Yeah, we have the undefeated Centennial Spartans going up against the one-loss St. James Lions. Both these teams looking to be the #1 seed in the playoffs. I'm not sure how the tiebreaker would work if St. James did happen to win this game. But Centennial, you win, you're first. Pretty simple for them.
Yeah, easy for them. And then looking at St. James, Centennial, they're a real team that really controlled the defensive line, got a great push, stopped the run really well. And St. James, that's their strength, the run game.
Yeah, St. James loves to run the ball. They set tempo, and they set everything up off of that run game. So if that run game gets stalled early in the game, their offense is going to have to try to find a new way to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and it's not like a lack of a passing offense. Caden Henry in this offense has been good when asked to pass the football. It's just the real setting up of their passing plays.
Yeah, the pass game just really opens up. Like, Henry is a great quarterback. He can make all the throws. It's just to get those receivers open a lot of the time. St. James uses their running backs to open up the field, because then they can open them up and play action. They like to toss a lot of shots downfield once they get that run game going too.
Then looking at both these offenses, obviously they've got playmakers on all over the field. Anyone that you want to highlight from these two teams?
Well, let's highlight the running backs here. We got Owen Ellis, and we have, what was his? Gadino. Yeah, Ethan Gadino, yeah. Both 22 today. Actually, sorry, Ellis is 24. But there'll be two of the bigger backs in D10. And they are hard to tackle. If they get to the outside, your corners are going to have to come up and make tackles on these big running backs, and it's going to be tough for these teams.
And then we've talked about the passing offense of St. James and how they get set up. Centennial, they can move the ball around really well. They obviously have their uber-talented receiver, Yinka Oganote, and just getting the ball to him is a big factor.
Yeah, Oganote had a huge game last week for them. I believe he had 2 huge catches, one for a touchdown. And that's when they took down BM, who was #1 at the time. Well, it was the battle for #1 place, and they won that game. So Centennial going into this game, #1. And they're hoping to take down these Lions. BM did beat the Lions, but that was a very close game. 1 point. The Lions would have tied that game if they hit the extra point. So this is going to be an interesting one. Look for the backs to get going early. And Oganote, he will make a difference in this game. I promise you that.
Watch him, as he's usually on these punt returns. You see him.
He can make people miss too.
Very twitchy returner.
Number 10, you'll see him out there now.
Got to make note of him, as it'll be PJ Farah to kick off for the St. James Lions. Farah to get it away. Take a hop before it reaches Yinka Oganote, who will try to burst through the middle. Nice set of moves there from Oganote. Will be wrapped up at the 33-yard line, as we see the Spartan offense take the field, as well as the St. James Lions. And the Lions, they've got a good pass defense as well.
Yeah, their pass defense is really good. We've seen it throughout this weekend. We talked about the that BM game. They played unbelievable. They were down 21-0 in that game. And it was this secondary that brought them in with a couple huge interceptions, a couple fumbles picked up. That's what really kept them in that BM game. And they're always creating turnovers, this secondary. So it'll be interesting to see how Centennial deals with them.
On first down, Emery Atwell is going to hand this one off. That's Ethan Gadino. He's wrapped up by the legs. That's Cam Hewitt on the tackle for the Lions. Loss of a yard.
Might be a little development here. I do not see Ethan Gadino out there. We did see him go down at the end of that Bishop Mack game, I believe on the last drive, so that's something to keep an eye out. We have Owen Taylor in there right now, number 24.
It's going to be a quick hitter looking for, that is Aiden Van Esch, the intended target.
Yeah, sorry, I almost screwed you up. Taylor is 23.
So after the incompletion, it'll be third down, and Centennial's first possession will end up in a punt.
thing about Centennial, too, is we talked about St. James using the run to set up the pass. They do like to run the ball on first down. That's one thing Centennial's done consistently on Friday Night Lights. And they might not be able to do that, but we do talk about them. They have a lot of running backs. It's just not Godino. They're running back by committee.
Speaking of Ethan Godino, he's on hand to punt this one away. So he is the punter of the team. That's Lamalachi Benton back there with Ty Cathcart, 2 speedy returners, as it goes out just at about midfield.
That is a good sign to see Godino out there. They'll need him in this one for sure. More of their power back.
So it's right at midfield where the Lions will start out. Caden Henry going to get his guys to the line for their first offensive possession. The back is Owen Tyler, as Ellis will be lined up out wide. Henry's going to throw here on first down, looking for Evan Niklasevich, falls incomplete.
Niklasevich, another one of those receivers to watch today, wearing number 1 for the St. James Lions.
Big threat for them for sure. And also, we talk about the Centennial Spartans and their ability to shut down the run game. I think a big cause of that is their big middle linebacker there.
Yeah, Lashuk, number 57. You'll see him in that gold helmet. He makes a ton of plays from that Mike linebacker spot. Makes a huge impact in the run.
His first game was arguably his most impressive showing, as he was just flying all over the field in that first one that we covered. That was Centennial's buyout game. This is going to be a run for Ellis. He's going to try to get the corner. Has a few Spartans on him. And going backwards, he's finally wrapped up.
That's some great team tackling there by the Spartans. I told you they were going to test the corners, and that's what they did there. They're going to test the corners tackling, but it didn't even get there because that pursuit from the Spartans was so good.
Maddox Martin, number 1, was all over that. It was finally hauled down by Anthony Amoakoa. It's 3rd and long. So 2 early stands from the defenses in this game. We'll look to punt it away. That one was nearly blocked by the aforementioned Lashuk. Here's Oganote. Trying to get shifty on a few Lions defenders. Won't get far past the 35 to the 36-yard line. Should be the 37 where the Spartans set up. So testing the water out of the way, both teams had their first possessions, ending up in 2 and outs.
Yeah, so both defenses standing tall so far. I imagine it'll take these offenses a bit to figure out these defenses, 2 of the better ones in D10.
Going to be a pitch out. That's Matthew Stam. Stam is going to try to get as much yardage as possible before being wrapped up. That's Owen Ellis playing defense as well for those Lions. Just to the 43-yard line.
Stam's another one of those guys. They give him to it on the sweep a lot, but he'll get involved in the passing game too, and he makes a difference out there.
Have to keep your eye on him. It'll be 2nd down. We talk about the running back by committee. That's Keon Manners in there for the Spartans.
Yeah, we haven't seen Godino in there at all.
Something just to keep your eye on. As they're going to run this one, it is Manners, who will be, looks like stuffed a yard shy of the 1st down marker. They're going to mark him at the 46, which is a yard shy, and now it's decision time for the Spartans.
Yeah, it looks like they're making some substitutions. I did not see Godino come on, though. They might just bring a heavier set into the game to run this ball.
Looks like that's what the call is for the guys in purple, as they've got 1 yard to go to pick up this 1st down. Is a jumbo set. Atwall's going to sneak it, and he has it. Good push as he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, when you're backyard like that, especially in Canadian football rules, got that yard off the ball, why not sneak it?
High percentage play as it works out. To the 51 they go, as we've seen it before. You keep sneaky, you're looking just to get one, you end up getting 4 or 5.
Yeah, they had a really good push, and then the fullbacks came in behind to give them an extra little push as well.
Going to be another sweep, and it looked like the Lions had that covered initially. Getting out of a tackle was Stam, but he's still going to be tackled behind the sticks.
Yeah, they were ready for that one. That's a play Centennial loves to run, that sweep around, but it looks like that time the Lions sniffed it out.
I believe it was Noah Donnell that ended up getting on the end of that and shutting it down. It'll be 2nd and long. Almost halfway through the first quarter. Second and long, probable passing situation for the Spartans. Atwall's going to roll. Going to flick it back, trying to set up a screen. That's Keon Manners, and Manners is going to be just shy of a first down. Another 3rd and inches upcoming for the Spartans.
So the biggest play we've seen so far today, that'll go for 14 yards.
Let's get that jumbo packages coming back out here for the Spartans.
Sorry, that was actually 15 yards.
Third and short. All they need is a yard. They're going to give it to Taylor, who will have enough for a first down. So the Spartans starting to move the ball with a little bit of efficiency here. Moving it up to the 47 of the Lions. Breaking enemy territory for the first time this game.
Yeah, doing a good job of mixing up those runs. They're not just run up the middle. They'll throw a sweep, then they'll run up the middle, running back out to the outside on a sweep, receiver on a sweep. Bunch of different run plays here. And we really haven't seen them pass the ball, which we know they can do too.
They're going to throw here. It's Atwall. Going to be a quick hitter, nearly intercepted. That was Owen Evans that had a good jump on that. Just couldn't grab it there.
Yeah, I think Evans just got a little too excited. He saw that ball up there, and he was taking off before he watched the ball into his hands. Just, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes back to the sideline because he could have been in there for 6. Atwall was looking for Stam there. Route just got jumped.
So it makes it 2nd and long after the incompletion. Atwall throws on the run, complete, and will be wrapped up just a yard short. They're going to say he was down as that ball came out at the end of the play. That was Caden Butt on the reception, just a yard short. And that jumbo package coming back out here for the Spartans. A lot of 3rd and a yard, 3rd and short. This is going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice job by Atwell. He had Oganote down there deep, but it was going to be a tough throw to make, so he just takes the safe option there, picks up some yards, and now it's going to be 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 2. Atwall, the give. Taylor, he's going to be short. Ellis and Donnell combine on that tackle.
Great job by Ellis there. Wrapped Taylor right up and brought him to the ground.
And yeah, he's a yard shy. What a stand from the Lions, as that was a good-looking drive from the Spartans. Had some momentum.
Yeah, they were rolling on that drive, getting the passing game going a bit too. That was a 3rd and 2. That's a tough stop, and the Lions came up huge.
So it's 1st and 10 on new set of downs after the stop for the Lions. Henry's going to hand this one off. That's Farah. he's not going to get much past the line of scrimmage, maybe one on the carry. Look like Martin and LeShook in there on the tackle.
Like we said, St. James likes to run that ball, but right now Centennial's doing a great job of stopping it. Now on second, it's probably a passing situation here.
They're going to pass the ball here. It's Henry rolling out to his right. Quick hitter for Nicholas Savich. They're going to say he's inbounds. He'll be just a yard or two shy. Actually, a couple yards shy. That's going to be 4 short.
Yeah, now they're probably going to have to punt here, you'd think.
Yeah, it looks like most of these skill position guys are making their way off the field for the Lions. Wholesale changes are made, so punting situation as be PJ Farah to get this one away. The Lions got to be very conscious. You keep putting the ball into a playmaker's hands when you're punting.
Yeah, Oganote, he really takes off. He can make it. We already saw it at the start of this game, first kickoff of the game. Someone grabbed his jersey. If no one grabbed that jersey to pull him down, he was gone the other way.
Just an interesting development. That was St. James that took their timeout on 3rd down. So they're going to have a talk over before they punt this.
St. James is known to fake punts.
So just keep your eye out for that. Wouldn't be the most surprising thing, seeing where they are. But it also is early.
Yeah, they just stopped him in that exact same position. You probably don't want to give him the ball back here, but if you do want to go for it, you fake the punt, make them try and stop you. It's only about 4 yards, so I wouldn't hate it, the fake punt here, but I also wouldn't love it too much.
They're not going to fake it. It's a line drive punt, and that's going to give Oganote some room. There goes Oganote, a nice tackle. And on special teams, Cam Hewitt's already had 2.
Yeah, Cam Hewitt gets down the field quick. He's a bigger dude and can lay some thunder. Plays in that Mike spot for this defense as well.
Starting on the 40 after the short return. 2:28 to go. Clock starting to roll. And a 1st and 10. Give for Manners. Trying to get a burst. Still going. That ball's on the ground. And the Lions say they have it. They still no sign. They do have the ball. So the Lions turn them over on the first play. Ball is put on the ground by Keon Manners.
I don't know if you saw that. I'm not sure who that was. Sorry, you won't get credit for this one, but went right in there and ripped that ball out. Like, no intention. Like, he had him wrapped, but made this smart heads-up play to stick a hand in there and take a tug.
Big play for the Lions is the best field position they've had so far in this game.
Yeah, now hopefully the offense can get a little spark from that.
From the 48, it's 1st down. High snap. Henry's going to get it to his back. Ellis, who is going to churn out a couple yards, get to the 40-yard line. Nice reach. Make it 2nd and short. Pretty good crowd for this late night game here at 7. They know this is the featured matchup of our slate. They've come out in droves to Alumni Stadium.
Yeah, all 3 of these games today have been pretty packed up.
2nd down. Ellis, nothing going. Immediately wrapped up. It's Anthony Amoako again.
Yeah, Amoako I believe he came in from that right linebacker spot, and he just kept creeping. The minute that ball was snapped, he had a great jump on the ball, and he was there immediately.
We talk about LeShook, but this is a complete linebacking core. The likes of Maddox Martin, Amoako has been fantastic. This is a really good core for the Spartans.
Yeah, even Scott there on the line, number 99. They all do a pretty good job.
Big third down here as the Lions are going for it. Henry's going to roll out to his right. Throws on the move. It's complete. And we do have a flag after picking up a first down. We'll see what the flag is. That's Tanner Griffiths.
I think it was on the tackle. It might have been horse collar. And I think that's actually what they're calling.
Should move the Lions right down there. Unnecessary rough. Yeah, it's going to be a face mask.
Not sure if you got the face mask or the horse collar. I think it might have been the collar. Could be wrong, though.
He's facing the other sideline when he made that call, so...
Yeah, a little tough for us to see it from up here.
38 3/10 to go as the Lions look to punch it in and open the scoring in this game. Under center is Henry. Ellis to the far side. Looking to power his way through a tackle. He gets across the 10. Good enough for another first down. As we should see one more play. Six aren't moving, which is a little curious. They might make it short or second in inches.
Yeah, and I think they will do that. Just based on no signal coming yet.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Are they going to bring the chains out? Okay.
This is the first time we've seen the chains make its way out.
Yeah, we'll see how the chain crew does. Not the most veteran staff out here.
No, just got to make sure that first one's in the right place. But it should be right at the 10-yard line.
And that chains crew is going to have to go all the way across the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they wouldn't just spot the ball in the middle. Just making them get their exercise.
It's
that looks like
it's short.
Just short, yeah. And completely disregard what we set up here because that is a first down according to the referees, and they've obviously got a much better angle than we do.
Yeah, we're looking from way up here. We can't really see how close that measurement is, but it was enough for a first down, so those chains are moving.
Yeah, they've been pretty lenient on giving first downs when it's real close like that. That's why I was just curious.
Usually they don't bring out the chains for short, like ones like that. They just give it to them, but maybe a new crew out here now.
Be a first and goal.
This is a great job by the Lions. They've gotten right down the field.
Not first and goal, first and 10. There's going to be somehow some room between the first down sticks and the end zone. That's Ellis on the carry. He's going to get 2 or 3 on that one.
And this should be the last play here of the first quarter.
So we'll just have one more. Pretty big second down to end the quarter here. It's 2nd and 9. So Ellis only got 1 on that initial carry. Henry looking at that back at corner of the end zone, looking for Nikola Savic. Flags immediately on the play. It looked like one of the defensive backs bumped into him. We'll see what the call was.
It'd be interesting to see who they call it on, because that flag didn't come out until Nikola Savic kind of extended that arm by pushing the DB over.
There's 2 on the field as well. So
I wonder if they're just going to be offsetting, like they both gave contact. Let's offset it. Because that's what it seemed like, that they were both giving each other a bit of something.
It seems harsh to give one side or the other the call for that.
Yeah, because he might have been interfering with him before, but either way, Nikola Savic just full-on pushed him over when the ball came. So
this is going to go against the Spartans. So they are going to call defensive pass interference. Now it's 1st and goal right from the 1, so an opportunity to punch it in before the quarter expires here. One last play, barring any flags. 3 backs in the backfield. Henry to Ellis. And we do have a flag flying in, but that is a St. James touchdown for the time being. We will see the flag, of course.
I couldn't imagine it being a hold just because it's this short, but I could totally be wrong, and it's going against St. James, I believe.
Yeah, wow.
And it was holding.
That is a killer. It's going to make it 1st and goal from the 11. We are going to have one more play then. As I said, barring any flags would be the last play. So one more before the quarter expires. See if they go to the air here, try to pick something up on the ground. Once again, 3 backs in there for the Lions. Henry to throw, looking for Nikolasevic again. Should have been picked off. Definitely should have been picked off by Mo Idris, but it falls incomplete. He knows he should have had that.
Yeah, that ball was underthrown by Henry there, and it was going right into his hands. He even jumped up, high-pointed that ball.
Also, just to note, Nikolasevic coming up just a bit knocked up on that play.
Yeah, he tried to get off the field and ended up taking a knee. He might need some assistance.
Yeah, it doesn't look too serious, maybe just a knock, but don't like to see that as he's really their main man on offense. As we go into the break, zip in this game. Not sure if we would have thought that would have been the results to end the first quarter, but it is. We will take a short break and see you back. Now 1st down on the other side of the field was Caden Henry throwing. It'll fall incomplete. Shy Scott in the area for the Spartans applying the pressure. It'll be 3rd down. Looks like the Lions are going to want to go for this here, as Henry's just getting some instructions.
I honestly
from the coaching
I don't mind this because the kicking games are honestly just as reliable as them throwing a ball up in the back of the end zone here. Like, we've seen it so many times, just they get blocked. They don't get over the line, swing a little to the left, swing a little to the right.
Just too much can go wrong.
Yeah, too much inconsistency, you know what I mean? So I don't mind this call here.
From the 11, it's 3rd and goal. Henry's going to throw. Couple of defenders in the area, incomplete.
See, I think he had a much simpler throw. Number 15, I believe, Tanner Griffiths, was wide open. And it might not have gone in for a touchdown, but he would have been around the 1, and he would have been fighting to get in. So didn't like that decision there by Henry.
Tough from the Lions. The positive you do take from this is they start with the ball at their own 11, so lots of field to march for the Spartans. From their own 11. Once again, it's Taylor in the game for the Spartans. Gonna fake that reverse. Atwall getting some happy feet in the pocket, and he's gonna go down. A couple of Lions in there to bring him down. Not sure exactly who's gonna get credited for that sack, but it's a loss of 6. Second and long here. We come back to that dilemma. If you go 2 and out here, obviously the safety beckons. if you do decide to take it, but we still got it down before we worry about that.
Except that's going to be tough as well, too, because you don't want to get up points in this game.
Atwall, scanning, throwing, unloading for Stam. Has Stam! Matthew Stam! He's got one man to beat, a burst of speed. There goes Stam to the sideline, touchdown Spartans. What a play for Amrit Atwall in this offense.
What a ball there from Atwall. Pretty much backed up in his own end zone. He heaves one up to Stam. Stam has a step on Owen Evans, and that was a pretty nice catch over the shoulder. And then on that run, you thought Owens was going to get him. A little hesitation, and he's gone.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to cut inside, and that just made Evans freeze for that half second.
Evans kind of just stopped up a bit, going full speed to come and make that tackle because he thought Stam was going to come back to him. But then Stam, little stop and start, and was gone. What a ball, what a catch, and what a run.
What a way to start with the first score of the game. A big score like that, backed up on your own 6-yard line.
And that's got to be demoralizing for the Lions. They were on the 6-yard line looking to strike. They ended up turning the ball over on downs, and then the Spartans on 2nd and long.
What's even worse is you had that ball on the 1 before the holding penalty.
The worst part is I think Centennial was probably going to have to take a safety if they didn't convert that. And next thing you know, they're going, 98 yards down the field?
Even more with this big Canadian field. That was a heck of a run from Stam. Wow, what a play. And that will definitely get the crowd into it, as been a little bit lackadaisical with the offense early in this game, but a bomb there to wake everyone up. Lions back out here. Henry got some time, still backing up. Scott's given some pressure, now rolling to his right. He'll just throw it away as Maddox Martin was making his way in.
I'm kind of confused. I think that might have been a screen pass because the offensive line left him, but he was looking to that left side of the field, and I didn't see any receivers lined up there.
Yeah, he just had to keep backpedaling because he really had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it looked like his eyes went to that left side, but they should have gone to that right side. I'm not really sure what the play call was there.
It's another 2nd and long. 10 yards to go for the Lions. Henry to throw. Just gonna flip it out there for Nicholas Savic, who runs over defender for a first down.
Good to see he's okay. Shaking up on that last possession.
Ball floated up there for a bit, but Nicholas Savic, nice play by him to get it going upfield.
Yeah, if you're Henry, you just got to calm it down a bit, you know. He seems like he's rushing it a bit too much. If he just takes a deep breath, he'll be fine. He's a good enough player.
So a fresh set of downs after that big pickup on 2nd and long. It's going to be a give for Ellis, trying to make his way through that hole, but he is not going to get anywhere. It's Martin and LeShook once again combining.
I think Scott got first contact as well there. Just this front 7 is tough.
Yeah, it seems every time, I know that was just a run play, but every time Henry drops back to pass, Scott's just in that backfield.
Scott's so tall, you'd think he'd be playing nose, but it seems like he has so much speed that he can get around that edge pretty quickly.
Flag flies. They're going to throw for Nicholas Savic, who makes a nice catch. That ball comes out. A couple yards shy of the first down marker. We'll see what the flag is that came from the far side of the field. It would be 2 yards shy, 2.5 shy. Penalty's going to go against the Spartans here. That'll move the sticks. Make it 1st and 5. It's right for midfield. The Lions will have this 1st and 5. Actually, they're going to get 2nd down. My apologies. Henry. Quick swing out for Ellis. And Ellis is going to have nowhere to go as he was swarmed by purple shirts immediately.
And I think that ball came out at the end of the play, but they're going to blow it dead.
But yeah, that swing pass, if they're going to execute it, they can't let it float up in the air like that. It's just too much time for the defenders.
Zip it right there. Put a little oomph on it.
Brings up 3rd down as they lose 5 on the play. .7:21 left in the 1st half. Spartans going to get the ball back after putting up that big score on the long play. Farah's punt, right to Oganote at the 25. It's going to be blown dead.
I hate when they do that.
Say there's going to be a flag down?
Too. Yeah, because he catches it and it's like his knee is going down. I don't expect a guy to squat down that low and grab it. But we've seen that a lot. Even like a quarterback will kneel down to pick up the ball. I think it's more of a safety thing than anything.
More than likely.
Like once you get up off that one knee, you don't get your head blown off. That was at the end of the play. I'm not sure who it was on, but I'm pretty sure someone hit someone in the back after the play.
So more than likely a major foul then, probably.
And I think it's going to be against Centennial, just the way that offense is slowly shuffling back, and yeah, it will be.
It's going to march him right back.
That's tough. Except you scored from here last time, so.
Can't look at the positives from that. Maybe just a little more room for Atwell to spread the ball out.
Exactly. He's not right up against his end zone, you know. Has a bit of territory. Wonder what Centennial's going to try to do here. Are they going to try another shot on them just to test these corners out? Because the first time you took a shot downfield, you hit it.
Be interesting to see. Stam flies across the formation on 1st down. It's just a give to Manners. Manners makes a guy miss and will pick up 7 on the play. Good run on 1st.
You can tell right there when Stam motioned across. No one followed him, so that was a clear indication there for the Spartans that they were in zone coverage. But they ended up running the ball there and get a pretty good gain there. Especially when you run a zone, it's a bit harder to run. But it also can be easier, just depending on where those zones are lined up.
2nd and 3. Gonna be another run. It's Taylor. And that ball's on the ground. And the Lions say they have it. Of course, every defensive team does that.
And they do.
They do, though, here. And that's another turnover that the Lions have forced on the ground. This time it's Owen Taylor coughing it up. Last time it was Manners. So each running back putting the ball on the ground here for the Spartans.
And we haven't seen the guy who we presume to be the starter, because he was the last 3 weeks. This week, they are not starting him at running back, but Godino.
Yeah, it's a head-scratcher.
Yeah, and I wonder if we start to see a little more of him now that the two other running backs have put the ball on the ground. Godino is playing defense, though, so I wonder if that has something to do with him not going at running back.
Definitely. Yeah, because he's been utilized everywhere out there. We're going to punt this one away.
Oh, sorry, never mind. It wasn't. He was just coming out to punt.
The aforementioned Godino. That's a solid punt. Benton's going to grab it. See if they reverse it. It's a fake reverse, and now here goes Lamalachi Benton. Burst of speed in the middle of the field across the 45 to the 42-yard line.
Kept thinking someone was going to grab him, but damn, did he move quick there.
It's that nice burst of speed, but you got to respect that reverse sweep because Ty Cathcart's no joke on the ground either.
Yeah, Cathcart's got some wheels. We saw it on his pick 6 against Bishop Mack. Caught the ball and just took off.
Heck of a player in that corner spot. So from the 42, the Lions, some good field position again due to the return from Benton. See where they go on first down. Ellis is going to try to break this to the outside as he falls forward just short of the 30-yard line. Should be just short of a first down here. They give him 9, mark him at the 33, so a yard short.
Interesting corner there on the tackle. He just shot at the legs. Saw how big Ellis was and decided he didn't want to go not being the low man, so he just goes, swats at the legs and gets him. But that's the key on these big running backs. You just got to get lower than they do.
It's fearless tackling for sure. Being lined up opposed to a guy like that.
You're gonna
be a
offside.
Flag flying, probably on
Scott.
Scott.
Jumped. He knew it too. He jumped and then he kind of hesitated, looked at the ref, and now you're caught.
Yeah, kind of caught himself in the neutral zone there.
Yeah, he knew it. Looked back and he's like, ugh. I think he thought they might have blown it dead.
So it's going to be offside. We'll give the Lions a fresh set of downs. Move them to the 27. If you're the Lions here, I know you're driving, but maybe you want to kind of keep a look on the clock and be wary of giving the Spartans the ball back before halftime.
Yeah, for St. James, I honestly think they run the ball so much that that's probably in the back of their mind, but they're doing it anyway.
Just going to be another run for Farah. That one was...
And besides that one play, the defense has honestly played not too bad today. Just gave up that big play, to Stam.
It was a pickup of 4 on the ground for PJ Farah.
But every time you go on offense and you get it down to this territory and don't put up points, it starts to eat away at that defense. They're like, damn, we just worked so hard. For what? Now we're back on the field, and you know it's just more anxious. You have more anxiety because you're thinking it's a 7-point game. All it takes is one play for it to be a 14.
Going to be an inside give, and Ellis's plunge isn't going to get much more than 2 or 3 yards, maybe to the 20.
Imagine they'll go for this.
Be 3rd and 4. Wind has toned itself down a bit from what it was. Still not great conditions to kick in here at Alumni Stadium. Really never is, like we were saying earlier. It would be a 28-yarder if they were to attempt it, but that offense is still on the field. 3rd and 4. Roll out for Henry. Complete. And that's going to be a nice tackle. That ball came out, it looked like. They're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, it didn't say had it long enough. Even though I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a questionable one to call incomplete. That was Tanner Griffiths.
It's kind of up in the air type one, you know, where he caught it. Did he make a football play with it? Either way, he was going to be short, so it's not a too impactful of a play.
Yeah, great tackle there. Not sure who to credit, but...
Yeah, there was a lot of Spartans in there.
Yeah, just 1 yard shy. It's a vital tackle. It's 3:18 to go. Spartans are back out here on their own 21.
Right around where they started the last drive.
This will be the last play before the 3-minute warning. Miscommunication there between Atwell and Taylor, and now Taylor is going to be running for his life. Couple flags, and he's going to get through. There goes Taylor for a first down after being wrapped up by Benton. We'll see what the flags are.
And that is actually Ethan Gadino, his first carry of the day. Tough to see that 22, 23.
But that does answer our questions about where he was on offense, as he is back out there. Like you said, after the fumbles.
Yeah, after the 2 balls went on the ground. Might as well as bring the guy who's been your starter most of the season back in.
Even there, as your starter running back,
I imagine there was reasoning, you know, maybe a discipline type thing, you know. Maybe he didn't show up to practice a couple of weeks. I don't know. Don't want to.
Don't want to speculate.
Yeah, don't want to speculate anything, but he was not starting. We did see him go down 100% last week, though, on the last drive. So we thought that might have something to do with it, and maybe the Spartans thought they could get by using Manners and Taylor, but now they've opted to go to Godino.
Yeah, not a bad idea to keep your guy fresh. You are going into the playoffs, and both these teams do know they're guaranteed a spot either way. First down, Atwell, quick hitter, Stam. And Stam's going to try to get off a tackle by cutting inside, but that's going to have nothing, as it was Braden Dixon on the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Dixon. Never let Stam get any room. Wrapped up right away. Stam kept trying to push, but he had that wrap right on him and took him down to the ground.
Mentioned Oganote is one of the twitchier players, but Matt Stam, he's one of those guys. They give it to him a lot on those reverses.
Yeah, those two slot receivers, Stam and Oganote, will get a lot of the action. Both very quick, and both can make people miss for sure, and get open as well. An important thing as a receiver.
Second and long. Atwell unloading. He has a man caught. He takes a shot. We do have a flag over there on the far sideline, but that catch made by Matt Stam once again.
Nice job by Stam. He definitely knew that was there, or else that hit wouldn't have looked that good. He got up, prepared for the hit, but knew number one priority was to catch that ball. Nice job by him. You love to see that from your receiver. Takes a hit, makes the catch.
Unfortunately, it looks like it'll all be for naught, as this will come back against the Spartans.
Yeah, you take a hit like that, and then it's going back. Not the best feeling.
Just got to shake it off. So you're going to have to probably play another down here. Not sure why there's so much delay here.
There was
only one
two
flag.
flags? No, there was two.
Oh, was there a second?
There's one at the 20, and I'm pretty sure there was one around the 40, like right after the catch.
Two minutes 12 left in this game, or not the game. Sorry, the half. It's just a 7-point lead for the Spartans with the ball, and now they got a second and long, so they've definitely got to be wary as well.
Oh, it's gonna be on the 1.
Wow, that has huge implications for this next drive, because now the Spartans could end up taking a safety after an incompletion.
Yeah,
something
and
like
Godino
that.
has not been as consistent as he usually is on the punts. He's had a couple of ones that have boomed off the foot, but he's also had a couple of duds tonight.
See what we get here, but we still do have it down to play, as it's second in a marathon. Give for Godino. He's going to get a couple of yards, maybe to the 5. And that ball's out at the end of the play. Picked up by Atwell. Looks like they're going to say that play was over before it came out.
The Lions are doing a nice job of getting to that football. I'm sure a point of emphasis for the Spartans at half will be to hold on to that football over everything, especially if they still have the lead at half.
Still time for the Lions to drive down the field, and yeah, this is a curious decision because it's been so low scoring that 2 points could be obviously the difference in this game. So
Yeah,
what do you do here?
I think you take the safety, because if you're Godino hasn't been consistent enough on the punt, and even if you do mess it up, it's not worth giving the Lions prime field position to score. I like that. So you mess up the punt, say they're on the 25 now, right? They're in prime position to score going into the half, and that'll only hype them up going into the half. Imagine tying a game right before half. Now you're like, we got them where we want them.
Yeah, big momentum.
Especially the way the Lions have played. They've had opportunities. This game should be tied, probably in their minds, but it's not.
Now they're going to have to march the length of the field if they do want to score before halftime. Down 5 in this game. Minute 49 to go. So from the 35. Been a very defensive game, as that one touchdown almost feels like an anomaly at this point. Going to be a sweep for Benton. Look at that burst of speed. Now he cuts inside on Martin. But Martin, what a play by Maddox Martin. He has been erupting the last couple of weeks, and he deserves his flowers, as we do have some rough stuff after the play, as looked like Benton didn't like a little bit of the showboating from Martin. I don't even think it was that egregious.
Not. Yeah, it wasn't really. I just don't think he liked it. Martin might have said something, but he got right up and got right in his face, and if it wasn't for his teammates holding him back, I think there would have been a brawl.
We'll check with the flags. There is 2. By the looks of things, it's going to go against the Lions. As they're already backed right up, puddling at their own 7-yard line. So more than likely this is going to be going back. This Spartan defense, we've been talking about some of their players. It's just been a communal effort by everyone. It's just overall fantastic game to start this game off.
Yeah, the Spartans have done a fantastic job so far on defense and on offense. And the offense hasn't gotten much, but they've taken advantage of some opportunities. Like we said, Stam took that long ball all the way down. That's the biggest offensive play I guarantee we'll see in this game, just because of how far back they were. But and their defense, they've given up nothing. They've bent a bit, but they haven't broken yet.
Be interesting to see what the Lions do here. Be second down. Second and very long after the penalty. Henry rolls to his right. Gonna throw for Nicholas Savage. That one was nearly picked off, and that's another one of those linebackers, Amoako. And what a play by him.
Yeah, Amoako, he just was a bit too far out of range to pick that off, so he just dives, gets a hand on it, and that will count as a pass breakup for him. Not too bad. And the Spartans are going to get the ball back.
Minute 39 to go, so lots of time as well. Also, a return could go large here, but the Lions have done a pretty good job of keeping Oganote under wraps in the return game so far.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to break it off, and he's gotten the ball quite a bit, too. And I think that was blocked, maybe?
Yeah, it looked like it changed flight in the air. There's Oganote. There is a flag out to note. Nice spin by Oganote. Another flag flies as he is just short of the 45 at the 46.
I think Lashuk, yeah, he might have gotten to the punter because it kind of seemed like he said sorry after, almost. And that's where the first one came, in that backfield. Could have been holding on Lashuk as well.
Because he was in that backfield pretty quick, try to impact that punt.
We've seen 3 changes of possession in these last 3 minutes.
Looks like we won't have to redo that punt. Possession should stay in the Spartan hands.
It's the problem with these punt returns is they happen, right? And then there's like 6 flags on the field. All the refs have to come talk, and that's the holdup right now. They got to see what each of them's got for a penalty. Maybe they got the same, maybe they got different. Then you got to figure out how many yards. It's just a confusing process. That's why we have the stoppage here.
We'll just take a quick second then with 1 minute 30 to go. So they finally figure out the penalty situation. It all ends up in the Spartans starting at their own 49-yard line with a 1st and 10. Medulin and Gadino the backs. Fake the sweep to Stam. It's going to be Gadino who will fall forward to the 51. Gain of 2. Not much going on the ground for him so far. It's been early to his day on the ground. Clock's rolling, a minute 20 to go before the half. 8 yards to gain for the Spartans here on 2nd. Got a flag time count, I believe. Yeah, it is going to be time count. So that play clock expires on the Spartans. Moving back 5, a minute 3 to go. Makes it just that much tougher to convert here on 2nd down. Timeout here from the Spartans. So just talk things over before 3rd down. Minute 3 to go. Take a short break. So now we're all back here. Punting situation for the Spartans. Gadino to get this one off, and that is a boomer of a punt. Benton's going to bobble it, pick it up at his own 15. Cuts it inside. Now here he goes. A little bit of shiftiness from Benton. Nice tackle there. That was Lashuk and Manners to tag team him there, or else he could have been gone.
Not too much time here, but maybe 50. A shot. But you and me were just talking during the break. It's these 3 minutes last pretty long, so you never know.
Yeah, we've seen teams put together avalanches of scores.
I saw BM score 3 touchdowns in under the 3-minute warning.
Yeah, so it could really happen to anyone. It's not even like that was just all offense. It was just turnovers,
offense, defense, special teams,
everything. So a game could really get flipped here within the 3-minute warning in no time. There's going to be a run here. That's Owen Tyler, who is going nowhere. Jackson Lashuk all over him.
Now, if you're St. James here, you're probably just going to want to, this ball gets spotted, take a bit of time off the clock. No need to rush, because if you have to give Centennial the ball back, you never know what can happen. They got some pretty shifty returners.
I don't mind that, letting it run down.
Then just run your last play, probably a run play, and see if you can break something off.
2nd and 12. Clock rolling. We're inside 30 seconds. Going to be an inside give, and Ellis will run straight forward to the 42.
And then this 3rd down, you can probably bleed it down to 0 here and take a shot.
Yeah, this should be the last play of the half.
So like I said, there's no point of punting the ball back to, and they just called timeout.
So it looks like they're...
I think
that's a weird one.
Yeah, that's a really weird one. You just gave... Now you're going to have to give the ball back to Centennial. Like, there was a chance there. You could have bled that clock out, taken a shot, and then it goes into halftime. But now you're going to probably end up punting this ball right back to the returners. And now maybe Centennial can get the ball down quick. Their last play's a shot.
Well, also, with these returners, you could argue that taking a shot is less risky than punting the ball.
That is very true. Very true. Unless you punt out of bounds, but if you punt out of bounds, no time comes off that clock.
Yeah, it's a real puzzling timeout call, as they could have let it run down there and just punted it out of bounds with 0 on the clock. It's a real head scratcher. That one's nearly blocked. We're talking about the things that can go wrong.
I actually
think
it was tipped. Because did you see how that ball looked like it was in it? Yeah, it changed flight completely to the left.
What a half Maddox Martin's had, though. Fantastic half defensively for him. He's been flying all over the field.
So now you probably give the Spartans 2 shots here. And they already beat you on a go this game.
That's a real puzzling move.
Yeah, you're going to toss that safety deep, but still. Don't love that one there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... I feel like we're kind of like almost... It sounds like we're bashing. We're just kind of trying to find out why.
Yeah, and you called that timeout and then just straight up punted it. There was no, like, we're going for it now or anything.
It's a real weird one. You hope if you're a Lions fan that this doesn't come back to bite you, as there's 9 seconds left. Atwall's going to throw. Pressure coming. Atwall's going to roll. Now looking for some blocks. He slides with 3.5 to go. Now one more chance for a shot.
Yeah, they were trying to get the shot. The pressure just got there before, and a shot by Atwall to navigate the pocket and get out of there.
It's a real risky call, blitzing there.
I think they felt safe with the cover 3 back there. It's actually a cover 4 more. With the 2 safeties, and then your corners are way back there, which if I'm Centennial, I just throw a screen pass here. Their corners are so far off your receivers.
Looks like they're going to try to throw it up. Atwall will cross the line of scrimmage, and he is smoked out of bounds by Hewitt.
Oh, that guy. Someone ran in and almost tripped on the warning track.
So at the half, it is a 5-point difference. The Spartans up 7-2. Luckily for the Lions, that clock management doesn't burn them in the end. So we go into halftime, a 5-point lead for the Spartans. We will see you guys back here for the start of the second half between these two. Should be a good finish. Welcome back to Alumni Stadium for the start of the second half between the Spartans and the Lions. Just 5 points separating these two teams. Guedino to kick off. Cathcart on the return. Go to that far side. Across the 30 to the 35. A nice little return from Ty Cathcart.
Now, if you're the Lions, you're down 5. Offense hasn't been moving that great. Your defense has gotten you some key turnovers. They just haven't really been able to finish is the big thing, I think, for the Lions.
Been in positions for sure early in this game. It's going to be a run for Ellis. Running over a defender or two. We have a late flag flying from the side.
I think it's on the Spartans, just the way the coach threw down his hands there.
Couple players from the Lions kind of complaining about something from that sideline. Imagine it's against the Spartans. Not sure why there's such a delay here. By the looks of it, where the ref's facing, it looks like they're going to back him up here.
So it must have been on that stiff arm.
So they are going to back him up.
It's my only thing I can really think of, because Owen Ellis was the only Lion in that area when the flag was thrown, so I imagine it was face mask on the stiff arm.
Yeah.
The amount of yards they're backing him up.
More than likely that it is. So they're right back to the 22. Still early in the second half. Only had the one play. That will be a 1st and 25 after the call on the face mask. Inside give, it's Hewitt, and that's not going for much at all. Couple of Spartans in on that. Jackson Proud looked to be the first of the purple shirts in there.
Trying to kick it up a notch, giving it to their fullback there, Hewitt. Maybe trying to get a good power run, maybe hype up the bench. Gain some of the yardage back as well.
Just getting 2 back.
Yeah, so not the greatest run. They would have liked a lot more there. Because now it's almost guaranteed a passing situation unless you got a tricky run play you want to run here.
Henry, roll out, throw. Nikolasevic has the catch, but he is wrapped right up on the spot.
Nice tackle there.
It's Nathan Laskowski on the tackle in the backfield.
We always talk about on those crossers, it's really hard to defend if you're a corner. Most of the time your receiver is going to be open, but the main thing is just keeping him in front of you. You don't want to let him turn that corner, and then next thing you know, they're gone.
Now on 3rd down, we'll see a punting situation for the Lions as they go 3 and out, and that is blocked by Maddox Martin. And what a game he has had, like you said. There is a flag on the play. I was looking to see where, but I believe that should stand for Maddox Martin. No, it's going to be against the Spartans. Yeah, it's offside against the Spartans. Just a quick jump there from Martin.
Unfortunate because they had a touchdown there, but I have a feeling that the result of that touchdown was because they were there a little early.
Just moving 5 yards up. It's not the end of the world here for the Spartans.
Yeah, no first down or nothing.
So now third down here. Another punt after the flag. It's a shorter punt. It'll take a bounce before the 45. Looked like the referee got in the way there, and it's going to go out of bounds on Oganote. Doesn't look too happy with the official.
I think even if he got that in, they were just going to blow him straight dead because he was on that one knee again.
Looks like Oganote went down at the 39. So the Spartans will start 10:07 to go in the third quarter. Now the Spartans on their first possession of the second half. Give for Gadino. He's got some room between the hashes, trying to get outside, just being pushed back, and they're going to blow that down. Solid run.
You can see the minute those Lions players wrap up on that ball, the support is coming and just taking a shot at that ball, trying to get it loose.
Why not after
three
Spartans
balls
coughed
hit
the ball?
Have hit the ground, 2 recovered, so.
The result of that play is a gain in 5, so 2nd and 5 upcoming here for Centennial.
Offside.
Yeah, that's going to be legal procedure on Centennial.
Just jumped a little early there. Atwell and the receivers did not time that one well.
It's a killer on 2nd down. It turns a 2nd and manageable into 2nd and long. Now more of a defined passing situation, although it's not guaranteed here on 2nd down.
But you have to think they're not running this ball up the middle.
Yeah. So back at the 39, they originally started the drive. Atwell to throw. Scanning, stepping up. Rolls to his left. Throw is incomplete. He had his man Liam Smith.
Almost hit off Smith's hands into Oganote's hands. And that's one you probably want back if you're him. Had a first down if he can haul that one in.
Yeah, brings up 3rd. Now a good chance here for the Lions to get some good field position. Snap is high. Gadino, no problem fielding it. A little bit of pressure off the edge. So that takes a bounce. 43. Picked up now by Cathcart, who will try to get around the corner. There goes Cathcart, still going as he just short of midfield, and that is a real softy of a call.
But the thing is,
he was on the white.
He was way out, and you came and you hit him, right? And it's not like if Cathcart didn't see him, Cathcart would have hit floor, but Cathcart saw it, gave it back to him a little bit.
It's more optics-wise, it looked a little soft because Cathcart was more...
because Cathcart saw him coming and just prepared for that hit. And you can't hit a guy out of bounds. You got to know that.
So from the 54 is where the Lions will start. Oh, sorry. From the 54 is where that return went out. Obviously, the penalty will get him right up there. So it'll actually be the 39, right where they
so this
punted us
is going to be
away.
great field position for the Lions. And they need to convert here. Well, don't need to here, but this is a prime opportunity for them.
Now all the way up to the Spartan 39. It'll be Henry to throw on first down. He's got Nicholas Savich, but he is going nowhere. Martin and Scott both there immediately. Loss of 3 on the play. It feels like St. James has had so many of these second and longs, just so tough to convert, especially on a defense like the Spartans. See where they end up going.
Yeah, you're going to need something here to get by this D.
Henry rolling to his right. Waiting. Gonna just take it himself as Lashuk wraps him up. That ball looked like it stayed in bounds when it came out. We'll see if he was out or not, Henry. It looks like they'll give the runner the benefit of the doubt.
Great tackle by Lashuk there. He doesn't make that tackle. Atwell probably gets first down.
Now 3rd down. This is going to be a punt here, it looks like, from the Lions. A little uncharacteristic of what we usually see from them. Because they do have some good field position. Maybe they're just trying to pin the Spartans here.
Yeah, maybe even try to get some points here. Could be a fake this low.
High snap. Farah gets it away. It's a good one to the middle of the end zone. Oganote is going to try to return this here, as he only gets the 5-yard line, but does get it out of the back of his own end zone, so the Spartans will start at the 20. Third quarter rolling along. Almost halfway through it. Still hasn't been that big play to open up the game since the Matt Stam long touchdown, as Godino's going to get the rock here on 1st down. That plunge is just going to go a yard past the 20.
See, both these offenses really like to run the ball on 1st down, and both these defenses have done a great job of not really giving them much. And that's why we've seen so many punts in this football game. No one can get 1st downs, is the honest truth. Both these defenses are playing so good. You can't even say like the offenses are playing that bad. They're playing pretty good.
Just been stands and key moments from each team. Low snap for Atwell. He's going to get it off to Stam. There goes Matthew Stam with a nice run for a 1st down. Still pushing. Definitely should be enough for a 1st.
Yeah, and they're at
they'll spot at the 31. The chains move. For the Spartans, you needed that. The offense was starting to get just a bit stagnant, and then you're starting to get pinned a little bit with field position as well.
Yeah, if you got pinned there, you would have had to give the Lions another prime opportunity to strike, because the ball probably would have been on your side of the field.
Another give here. It's Godino. Contact at the 32. We'll get an extra yard after that to the 33-yard line. Braden Dixon in on the tackle. They'll actually mark him the 34, give him an extra yard. It'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7. Pitch out for Stam. Got a convoy of blocks. Nice cut to the middle. And that burst gets him a 1st down.
Stam getting the Spartans another 1st down there. It's definitely been their biggest contributor here today.
Yeah, it seems when they need a 1st down, their safety valve has been Matthew Stam.
Yeah, Stam having a good job today. quiet day from Oganote, though. The offense really hasn't gotten him the ball. Usually we see him on a sweep or something, try to get him into this offense, but nothing so far.
Hasn't really been too involved. This is going to be a run for Gadino. Nice spin. So he's going to get some more yardage. There goes Ethan Gadino to the near sideline, being tracked as he will be wrapped up just shy of the 40-yard line. Nice run for Gadino. Yeah, he looks to be hampered there at the end of that run. You don't like to see that, as he does get up, just favoring that leg there. Gadino looks okay. And the Spartans will have a fresh set of downs after that run. Atwall, it's going to be that sweep for Stam. And there goes Matthew Stam over the 40 to the 35. Now down that sideline, just knocked out at the 26. Sorry, I must have mislooked. I said the 26 is actually the 31.
So now the Spartans rolling. Stam doing most of the heavy lifting. Actually, I believe he's done all the heavy lifting on this drive. Besides a couple runs by Gadino. He had that nice spin move.
1st and 10, Taylor the back. And they do give it to Taylor here. We'll just get to the 30-yard line, maybe a yard more. Sets up 2nd and 8. Extra receiver coming in for the Spartans. Sure, interesting territory to be on. Not sure if this is 3 down or not. More than likely is.
Just the way the game's gone, and unless you trust your kicker, but not at this position.
Yeah, it's a little deep. Low snap. Atwall. Pressure. Going to be a screen. Lots of daylight for Taylor. There's Owen Taylor with a convoy of blocks. Taylor to the near side. Touchdown, Centennial. We do have a late flag, but a big score for the Spartans.
And they were back. I'm not sure if that was I'm pretty sure it was the play design of the Spartans there is what ended up getting them into the end zone, because all those receivers went deep, and St. James was in man coverage, so all those corners that half, they're going all the way down, and then next thing you know, those linemen pop out, and you got a screen with 20 yards of running room.
Looks like that flag is going to bring this back.
And it was right at the end, probably an unnecessary block. And those are the one you grind your teeth over.
So they will be all the way up to the 11. But if St. James gets a stop here, that penalty could be the difference in the game.
Yeah, if St. James comes back and wins this game, we will remember that play.
You got to get this stop here first. Spartans knocking on the door at the 11. Atwall, roll out, throw to the back of the end zone, caught, no, it's bobbled and incomplete off the hands of Oganote. And that should have been 6 as well.
Yeah, that should have 100% been 6, and I can't really see from here who that DB was, but he made a run in there, and it kind of seemed like it confused Oganote when he was wide open, then the DB comes across, and he just kind of took a look over and bobbled it.
Just a premature call there because Oganote has been so sure-handed all year. He's one of those guys, you want that ball going to him.
Last week he mossed a guy.
Yeah, so just a little bit over-enthused. That probably should have been a touchdown. He was wide open. Atwall. Gonna look to the end zone again, and that one should have been caught again. It falls incomplete. That was Medulin, the intended target.
So if you're Atwall, probably pretty frustrated because you just tossed 2 pretty good football. Well, 3. Don't forget that touchdown that came back off that screen pass. So 3 touchdown passes, and 2 of them were dropped, and 1 comes back because of a penalty.
Just such a shame for the Spartan offense, which is back out there for 3rd and 10. Or sorry, now they're going to set it up with Guedino.
Yeah, it's so confusing when Guedino trots out there.
Especially with your quarterback as your holder. From the left hash, Guedino is good. So it makes it an 8-point game. Still 1 score, but wow, that really turns the tide for the Lions. If anything, that should give them a boost. Because that is a big stop.
So you almost gave up 7, but you only gave up 3. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, realistically, probably a very undeserved stop, as you probably should have gave up 3
Taylor was
touchdowns
walking
there.
in the end zone, and I think someone just came and threw an illegal block, and then you had 2 balls that were touchdowns that just got dropped. So the other team's mistakes have now put you in a great position. But they still got to score. And this defense has not been easy to score on, not only today, all year.
But yeah, just keep that drive in the back of your head when this game, if this game is close at the end. The Lions still have a lot of work to do here. Henry to throw. And that was in lots of
almost
traffic.
did not matter because Centennial almost picked that ball off.
Amoako again.
He's got a lot of tip balls today, making a difference in the pass coverage game.
Just a great day from all 3 linebackers from the Spartans. Second and 10. Be the last play of the quarter, barring any penalties. Henry. Pressure immediately. He's going to get it off just short of Nikola Savic. So much pressure in his face there. Not much he can do.
Yeah, that's Scott there. Scott has applied quite a bit of pressure today. Made a note of him last week, getting a lot of pressure, and this week he is doing some more of the same.
Yeah, the Spartan defense has been really the difference maker for their team as they are up 8, only giving up 2 points, and those are self-inflicted on their own safety. So just a great showing overall from their defense.
Now we're going to flip the side of the field.
Be right back with that. So a punting situation for the first play of the 4th quarter. Farah gets it off. Oganote goes off him. He didn't see it initially. He's just going to dive back on it.
Yeah, I don't think after that hit him in the head, I don't think he was taking any risks. He was just grabbing that ball. Especially you don't want to give St. James the ball here after you just got the ball back.
There's been a couple of those on returns here today.
And I know we saw Guedino kick, but now he is back out at running back after maybe a scary situation where he looked pretty shaken up, but didn't seem to bother him maybe.
Yeah, happened to be okay. I mean, he was complaining a lot about a no call after, so maybe he's trying to sell something.
Yeah, maybe trying to sell it a little bit.
At wall, Stam got a flag on the far side as Matt Stam tries to cut it back and get an extra yard or two before being ushered out of bounds.
I wonder if that was a legal shift. Oh, no flag. They're going to decline it. I was going to say, the only thing I really saw was Lashuk's motion. And I'm like, maybe they got him for an illegal shift, but that's the only thing I saw, and the refs decided they saw nothing, so they'll pick that one up.
2nd and 2. Atwall, give for Gadino. Nice burst from Gadino. Flag flies in the backfield, though, so this could be coming back as he's wrapped up by Nikolasevic at the 46.
And it's going to be holding. Seems like every time Gadino breaks off a big run, it's coming back for one reason or another.
Yeah, he's looks unhappy down there. There's another one. One of his solid runs have come back. We've been giving Gadino praise, but there's been a big push that this offensive line's been giving him in most of those runs.
Yeah, that's why these guys can do running back by committee, because this offensive line's so good and they give you such good push off that line of scrimmage.
Second and 12. Sweep for Stam. There goes Stam, who will be wrapped up at the 41, well short of the first down. So the Lions, a good stand, they get off the field. Punting situation now. Gadino trying to get this one away. He's been pretty good in the punting department today. So he looks to be complaining about something else here. It's going to be a timeout. So we'll take a short break for the timeout from Centennial. Punting situation now for the Spartans after the timeout. Gadino, it's a solid kick. Takes a hop. Cathcart fields it. Gets off a tackle. I was going to try to get to the other side of the field. Cathcart is wrapped right up there.
Nice job by the punt coverage team of Centennial. Cathcart looked for every angle to go, and there was none of them.
It's Keon Manners. Got the start at running back today, making some good special teams plays at a couple. And even 10 minutes on the game clock here. Lots of time for this tide to turn in the game. The way the Spartan defense has been playing, they're making it not look likely for a comeback to happen. Only 8 points differential. First down give for Ellis. There goes Ellis, a nice run on first down. Gets to the 46, and the chains are on the move. the 46. Henry, roll out. He's going to hit his man, which will be pickup of about 5 or 6 before being wrapped up out of bounds. Nathan Holt, the receiver. Now we got a very, very late flag.
Someone must have said something.
Looks like there's also a Spartan on the ground there, too. Unless maybe he got dumped late in that play. Let's see what the flag is. More than likely to be a major penalty on this one. Still waiting on the signal from the referees here. Not sure. Not sure why on these one flag penalties that there's such a gap.
I think because it's so much is just happening. Like we said, there was a Centennial player on the ground, and then it looked like a Centennial player was arguing to the ref about something. So
saying the chains are gonna stay.
Maybe they offset.
Yeah.
And I believe they did.
It's a weird one.
No real signal from the ref either.
Yeah,
what
there
happened
there. They must have picked it up because in offsetting penalties, I believe they'd replay.
Yeah,
down.
They'd still announce it too.
Yeah,
to both benches.
Ellis only gets 1 on that carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Now this is also.
I say you go for this one here.
Yeah, more.
Just based off how your defense is played and your offense really hasn't given you much. So if you think you can have an opportunity to get a first down and extend the drive, you should take it in this point in the game.
Yeah, and it looks like the Lions coaching staff disagrees with you here because they are going to be punting, which is, yeah, it's a tough call to make, but you only got 3 yards to gain. And
my other thing is too, even if you do score on a, like say you got the first down and you got the score, what if you don't get that 2-point conversion? You might have to get 2 opportunities down there to score. So
there goes Yinka Oganote. There is a flag, but he's going to try to make a little bit more of this. Still making people miss. Trying to get back to midfield as he's pushed down by a horde of Lions there. Showing his potential in the return game, though, on that one.
Yeah, I thought he could have broken it to the outside, but a nice job by the punter there, Farah, to get a good angle on him, made him cut inside, and that's when he could get some support from the rest of his Lions teammates.
It's got to be the nice thing, having a punter that actually plays defense. You feel secure in that last guy making the tackle.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. It's just that your kicker's supposed to be your safety valve, and if you can actually get someone who can tackle, it's a lot better to have that as your safety valve than, let's just say, I don't know.
More of a guy that just punts.
Yeah, to punt, and he doesn't actually play defense or offense. It's a pretty big tool.
From the 20.
I don't think many teams have guys that just, I know BM has Christian Aver.
But I think the only team that I can think of back in the day was Centennial. With
Yeah,
Ben
Centennial,
Lane.
Ben Lane, yeah.
I believe he was very good kicker for, was it Team Ontario? He played something very high level. But yeah, he was always a threat. Be line it up from 40 yards, and he was always a threat to put it through.
And that's so valuable if you can get a consistent kicker.
Adds another dimension to your team for sure. Now all of a sudden, 30-yarders are a chance to get points.
Especially in a game like this where it's 10-2. Probably could have, if you're St. James, you probably could have had a tie game if you had a kicker who could kick over 35 yards, but they're just so hard to find.
Such a difference maker, so understated. 8 minutes to go. Quick hitter for Stam is bobbled in. Oh, nearly intercepted. That was Braden Dixon. He's had a pretty good day on defense as well today.
And that's one that would have set the Lions up beautifully. If not, it would have been taken to the house. I just think there's too many black shirts there that one of them would have ran into one.
There's too much chaos going on there, but a good chance for that defense.
You can get a stop here, though, from the Lions. You get a stop here. They have to punt. You probably start with the ball in Centennial territory.
Atwall escaping. He's going to look for some open field, and he's found it. Emery Atwall got a first down.
It's a huge play from Atwall, because I just said if they didn't convert there, they were probably going to have to punt it back to St. James. And St. James is probably going to start in their territory, more than likely.
It's a big one to move the chains. As you get to the 31, he looked buried in that pocket, but then just somehow emerges.
Yeah, he's done a night. I'd say Atwell probably has the best pocket presence out of any of these quarterbacks in D10. He's just so aware when the pressure's coming, where it's coming from, and he does a nice job of getting out of the pocket. And when he does get pressure on him, he never throws it in harm's way.
There's Gadino on a first down run, and he's got another first down.
Yeah, nice job by Gadino. Wouldn't say never throws it in harm's way, but he has limited mistakes.
Yeah,
compared to the other quarterbacks, at least in my opinion.
Looks like that's Gadino down there again, so we'll take another break for him. .642 left in this game. 1st and 10 after the big run. Atwall gonna unload this one. It's a 50-50 ball that could have been picked off the hands of both Smith and Cathcart.
That was a great job by Cathcart. He had his head around before that ball was even thrown, and he was backpedaling just into the ball. He was almost the receiver in that case, because that ball was overthrown, and you could see Cathcart was behind the receiver, sitting there waiting for the pick. He just couldn't get his hands on that one.
It's been interesting. It seems that Atwall's been almost targeting Ty Cathcart, but he's been excellent in coverage today.
Yeah, he's too quick to try to target on those deep goes.
They're going to throw again on they're going to run again here on 2nd down. It's Taylor, and Taylor is going to be just short.
Now this is a decision. I'm going to say my opinion right now. I think you should punt this, but
it looks like they're going to go for it.
It's a yard and a half, so I'm not throwing my arms up in the air if they go for it. I think it's a good play call either way.
As a Spartan, you're always leaning back on if they do score, they're going to need that 2-point conversion anyway.
I just think this is a very gettable first down. Kind of changing my opinion now.
Especially with the sneak.
Yeah,
the yard off the ball.
Here. Yeah, and that's what they do.
And it looks pretty routine for Atwall and the Spartans. Good push up front from those guys.
You can see Atwall is pretty good at it. He takes his time, finds what guard he wants to get by, and just rides them. And then just takes that guy there. He creates the hole. He's gone to that left guard side, I think twice on those sneaks so far in this game.
Seemed to work. He's picking up 4 or 5 per sneak. That one only for 3. Approaching 5 minutes to go in this game. Spartans up with the ball. We do have a timeout.
I see why that one was called. The Spartans were just a little confused. I think their tight end was on the wrong side of the formation. Then he switched it last second, but I think there was just too much confusion. Call the timeout. Might as well as not waste the down here.
Don't want to put yourself also behind the sticks.
Especially right now, this is such an important drive in this game. You're killing the clock right now by running the ball. You're doing a good job of running the ball. You don't want to play that puts you in negative yardage and you have to end up passing that ball. Because I think they were going to run the ball there, and they just wanted to get their alignments down.
Would explain the timeout.
But you just saw that tight end switch last second, and you're like, yeah. And then they call it, and
good eye to spot that one as, yeah, I didn't see that at all. I was just curious until you said it.
And it's a good timeout because you don't want to give up. You're more than likely not going to use that at the end of the game.
Seeing the position you're in, for sure. Going to be a sweep for Stam. They look to be all over until he cuts it back to the middle. There goes Matthew Stam. One man to beat. What a tackle.
What a tackle.
Gavin Fish may have saved the game.
Stam, who's had an excellent day today, finds some room there. And he, like we said, Fish saved the game probably for the Lions there. That's an unbelievable tackle. And that's Owen Ellis down. That is not a good sign for these Lions.
No, yeah.
Plays both ways. They're also their starting running back and takes a lot of that load offensively.
Also, if you look at that safety spot as well, Evan Niklasevich, one of their other offensive weapons, just kind of favoring that right shoulder.
Yeah, he's been holding that right shoulder for a while. I saw on the Lions' last offensive drive, he kept rotating it like it was in some pain, and he keeps doing it now. He probably dinged up that shoulder pretty bad. Maybe got a helmet to the elbow and it's bothering him, but something for sure bothering him, but it's not enough to take him out of the game.
He's taken over that safety spot late in the game. Maybe he's probably got the best hands on the Lions, so you want him back there roving just in case something's thrown up. And he could also make people miss as well. But maybe, do you think you just want to reserve him for offense? It's a tough call. This is such an important game.
I'm not too sure, you know. I think you're going to put your best players out on the field, and at the moment, he's the best guy you got at safety. Why not throw him there?
Run on first down. Taylor, big hole. There goes Taylor as he has a first down.
I also think it's a situation where he's been doing this all year, so why change it up now in these most important games?
Yeah, because usually Betton's in as the starter there. You see a lot of too high. When they do go too high, it's usually Betton and Niklasevich.
Yeah, and then they'll bring in Fish.
So another first down carry for Taylor. They're going to go to him again, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield. It's a nice play by Blair Puckett, although Taylor does fall forward for positive yardage.
Now it's going to be an interesting play call here from the Spartans. It's about 2nd and 7. You might want to run the ball here to keep the clock going, but you also want to score a touchdown to finish this game off if you can. And you want to get enough yardage so that if you don't get that first down, at least you can go for it on 3rd.
Also, a field goal wouldn't be too bad here. It makes it a 2-score game as Taylor's run will be short of the 10, so well short of a first down. You could take a field goal here. Yeah, there's a flag, but Gadino's been shaken up as well, your kicker.
Yeah, Gadino's gone down twice. He did make a kick after he went down the first time, but this second time, we haven't seen him in the game since, so.
Does have his helmet on, just kind of on the edge of that sideline, kind of waiting to come in.
So it should be interesting what they do here with their kicker presumably hurt. We don't know.
Then also, you could have the argument that you go for it here, and worst case, you don't pick it up. The Lions have to march all the way down the field.
You have to remember about that flag, too. We'll see who that's on, because you could end up getting a first down here if you're the Spartans, and this discussion won't even matter.
By the looks of it, it is against the St. James Lions, and it's a major penalty for unnecessary roughness.
And it was at the end of the play, so you got to imagine someone did something at the end of the play. If you're a Lions coach, you probably don't love that too much.
No kidding, as that makes decision time a lot easier for the Spartans, as they're right up at the 1 here. And it looks like they're going to make a quick substitution here. Looks like there's some confusion.
Look at
here.
Stam's going to try to run off. Will he make it in time before this ball snapped?
Looks
and
okay,
he did not.
But there is 2 flags. I saw that should be a touchdown, but we will see the flags.
Stam did not get off in time. That is 100% sure.
Well, not only that, but 2 Spartans came on. Only Stam came off.
No, I don't know if you saw that, though, at the back corner. It was Liam Smith also snuck off, and he went around the St. James Lions bench.
They're going to say, they're going to rule this a touchdown. Wow, did not see that coming, as we all thought that flag was going to be on Stam.
Because the ref even looked over and then just tossed it up. Must have been offside by the Lions.
That's a huge score for the Spartans, as it pretty much kills the game. Obviously, 3-minute warning, anything could happen, but this PAT would make it a 15-point margin. What a drive from the Spartans.
That was a drive. They took so much time off the clock there. Mostly running the ball, too.
PAT is up and good, and just a dominant drive. They go up 15 in Centennial. They feel like they've established over this regular season that they are the team to beat in this division.
And now going into the playoffs, they are going to be that team. Granted, they can last these last 3 minutes with a 15-point lead.
I've seen crazy things happen. Go back to that BM St. James game. We almost saw a 21-point lead evaporate into nothing. The Lions just had that PAT block to tie the game. From the 35, a crucial drive for the Lions. They need a score here and now. Henry, quick hitter, nice move, and now looking to create some space is Nathan Holt, not getting much more than a 6-yard gain.
You're St. James, you're going to want to move with some pace here. Obviously, the clock doesn't start till the ball's spotted, but you're going to want to get in the huddle in and out quick for the Lions.
2nd and 4. Henry rolls, looking for an option. He's just going to keep here. He's got a first down and skips out at the 46. Snap to the 46. St. James needing it here on this drive. Henry rolls, throws, incomplete. Looking for Nicholas Savage just off his hands and out of bounds. .22 left. Ball still on the 46. Lions taking their time. Henry to throw. Caught by Nikolasevic. Just across the 50, trying to fight his way for every yard. He will get out of bounds, which ends up being fortunate for the Lions.
It's going to be 3rd down here. This is going to be a huge play, probably the game here for the Lions.
5 yards to go.
This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone today. They've had some opportunities.
From the 51, they need it here. This is your ball game. Henry. Pressure in his face. Rolls to his right. Trying to extend the play. Caden Henry is going to be short. Forced out by Maddox Martin. And the Spartans are going to get off the field here. What a stand, and this defense has really won this game for them. Obviously, a great drive that they put together to put the finishing stamps on it, but this defense, the whole game has been unbelievable.
Yeah, I think they're actually going to come out and measure this. Or, no, maybe I'm wrong. Looked like the ref was grabbing the chains, but no, sorry for getting anyone's hopes up.
Yeah. The chain screw's always been.
But I don't know if you saw where they actually spotted that ball. It was about a yard short, so maybe a reach out from Henry could have got it. But I think he thought he got it. That's why he kind of went out of bounds there.
Did seem to kind of slow up there. Obviously, the chains are on this side of the field.
I think he thought he had it because it was a yard, not even.
So Spartans are just content with killing this clock. We'll have a timeout from the Lions. Believe they have one more of those. We'll take a quick break. Second and 6. Second and 7. Here's Stam. What a play. Cam Hewitt was shot out of a cannon on that play.
Yeah, he was so quick into the backfield. And when he gets told to blitz, he goes. He kind of does it. We've seen him do it before where he's gotten caught offside. He'll get a running start so he can just bull rush straight through there, and that's what he did that time. Forget what quarterback hard counted him, but he jumped the one time trying to do that.
Pays off there, though. Let's see. Flew in and made that play. 3rd and 15.
Not much urgency here from Spartans.
Yeah,
actually, their punter wasn't even out there, so.
They did burn all their timeouts earlier, so they couldn't called one to adjust that, but luckily they got this off okay. There's a flag that flew, actually, yeah. It's going to be picked up.
No yards?
Yeah, no yards. Call on that one as Owen Evans was smart to pick that up, so a couple of Spartans in the area will see the flag.
But we talk about how long these 3-minute warnings are. You saw the Spartans get the ball at 2:14, and now the Lions have it back at 1:30.
Trying to decide that call.
So there's 2 penalties, one on each team.
So we'll see where the sticks end up going.
Yeah, hard to see what that call was because they're showing the benches, not directing it towards us. So.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to end up punting this again. So it's 3rd and forever. 3rd and 20 it would be. Punt is away from Gadino. Takes a hop. Will sit nicely for Cathcart. Cathcart, ball bobbles on him. And he'll be wrapped up by Martin.
Cathcart bobbled that one, but kept his eye on the ball, didn't let it hit the ground.
So Cathcart's a little shaken up now, trying to make his way up. He's a tough guy. And it looks like that second effort just can't.
Yeah, I know he wants to get off. He's a little shaken up after that one. Said sometimes you just get a helmet to the knee and you don't think it's much, then you try to stand up on it and it's just not having it for you.
So fortunately for the Lions, even though player's gone down, it will buy him a little bit of time to try to scheme something up. I know there's only 1:16 here to go.
Yeah, the good thing, Cathcart's, I'd be shocked if he had any long-term injury from that. He's walking off okay, he's tough. But now it gives their team a little time. They get to go in the huddle, decide what play, pick which one they like maybe, and maybe hit a quick strike here, because you're going to need a quick one.
Yep, needs something. As this offense has just been so stagnant. You combine just the tough sledding on offense with playing an elite defense like this, it was not a recipe for success. But they're looking to turn the tide late in this game and maybe get something to go, as Caden Henry is going to roll out to his right, and that ball is intercepted, and there he goes. It's a pick 6 for Nathan Laskowski, and that seals it. Laskowski ending this game for the Spartans.
Jumped the route. They ran those outs just one too many times throughout this game, and finally the Spartans take advantage of it. That's their first defensive turnover of the game, and it's a huge one.
So that should do it. So we'll make it a 22-point game if this goes through. Gadino lining it up. 1:07 to go. Oh, that's bobbled, and here goes Gadino. He's going to try to make something out of it. Gadino to the sideline, wrapped up, and that's Cathcart on the tackle. No
OJ wouldn't be down for wouldn't be down for long. But that's kind of the benefit of having running back at a kicker. Bobbled snap, he picks it up, and he gives you an opportunity to get 2.
Yeah, good effort. Just came up short there.
Well, good thing it won't matter too much in this game.
Yeah, not too big of a deal. Unless 3 flash scores go up on the board all of a sudden, shouldn't make too much of a difference. .107 left in the game. First down pitch, got a flag right off the bat. Running forward, it's a solid first down run for Owen Tyler.
And it was just offside on the defense. See the ref right away. Go to the Lions sideline, and they declined.
After the first solid run there on that first play of the possession, they're going to be on the 46. Henry pitch out, It's Tyler again. Owen Tyler will get to the 48 before being brought down, a pickup of 2 on the play.
Not to be mistaken with Owen Taylor on the Spartans, who just scored that last touchdown. Well, the one before the pick six.
Well, coincidental that the backup running backs in this game, Owen Taylor and Owen Tyler. A little confusing for us up in the booth, but I think we're managing it all right.
Yeah, maybe harder for them to pick up on, but
should be 1 or 2 more plays, assuming actually with this tempo that the Lions are going at, this should be the last one of the game. Run for Tyler. There's Owen Tyler still going across the 50, will be wrapped up. We'll have one more with 3 7/10 left on the clock, but it's pretty much it. The Spartans with a dominant season going undefeated. They deserve their 1 seed in D10. And looking forward to the playoffs. We got, obviously, the Lions, a rematch against the Celtics upcoming. That was
a
better
heartbreaker for them. They went down early, they came back, and right when they thought they were about to tie it, a blocked PAT was the difference in that game.
Yeah, such a tough way to lose a game.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll have the Spartans against the Ross Royals.
And the Royals, they've been struggling all year, but they had a good showing today.
They had a really good showing today, and I think that offense is really coming into its own. Might have been the level of competition today. There are no Spartans defense, that Lourdes defense, but that's a pretty good defense. I'd say Lourdes defense has got really good linebackers, just like this Spartans team, and I think that was a pretty good test for them today, and they didn't do too bad. So it'll be interesting. We saw that match our first week on Friday Night Lights, and it was really stagnant at first. Both offenses really couldn't get anything going, but Ross had its chances in that football game, just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, we talked about it so often that they were in it, just a couple plays away execution-wise. So we'll see if they maybe put things together by the end of the season to have a run at this dominant Spartan team. We'll have one more play because of the penalty. It's moved all the way back. So maybe a chance here for the Lions to get a score from themselves after their only points in the game.
They throw a flag with 3 seconds left?
Yeah, that's why there's one more play to go here. The flag on that last run.
You gotta be kidding me.
Henry to throw, it falls incomplete, and that will do it. The Centennial Spartans, what a season they put together. Deservingly the 1 seed. The Lions, though, they can't shake their heads. They'll be right back here next week to play a good Celtic team. Should be a great one. Thanks for tuning in on our last triple header of the season. We'll have the playoffs for you next week. The Spartans 23, Lions 2. Thanks, guys.